My cousin stole the money I had saved for my son's surgery. He'll be fine. Kids heal fast, she said with a smile, booking a trip to Paris. But a week later, she started regretting it. It all hit me when I saw Kelly's Instagram story. Her holding a glass of champagne mid-flight to Paris. Something didn't sit right. Then came the next photo, her fancy designer carry-on, and my stomach sank. That was the same day I noticed the money was gone from my account. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything that's happened in the last 48 hours. Maybe writing it out will help me figure out what to do next. My son Koa is 7. He needs surgery on his leg to help him walk properly. It's not life-threatening, but it affects every part of his life. The doctors say this surgery will let him walk, run, and play like other kids. I'd been saving for 2 years, every overtime shift, every holiday, every weekend. All of it went into that fund, $122,000. Maybe not a fortune to some, but when you work in a factory and raise a child alone, it's everything. I kept it in a separate savings account. Koe and I would check it together sometimes and talk about what he'd do after the surgery. Kelly moved in with my sister Violet 3 months ago after losing her job. She was around a lot, playing with Koa, bringing him snacks. Looking back, the signs were there. She kept asking about the surgery, when it was, how I was paying, where the money was kept. I thought she was just being caring. Then last Thursday, during my lunch break, I logged into the account to move some funds. It was empty, completely wiped out. I called the bank. They confirmed several transfers had gone out over the week, small amounts at a time, probably so I wouldn't notice. I felt sick. I called and texted Kelly. No response. Then the stories started. First the airport, then champagne, then the Eiffel Tower. Every post hit like a gut punch. She wasn't even trying to hide it. I called Violet, who was shocked. She said Kelly had mentioned Paris, but claimed she'd saved for it. Violet apologized, said Kelly had used my Wi-Fi and sometimes my laptop. Koa saw I was upset and asked why. How do you tell a 7-year-old someone he trusts took away his shot at walking normally? He showed me a little Eiffel Tower keychain Kelly gave him. It looked just like where she was now, paid for with his surgery money. This morning, I finally reached Kelly on WhatsApp. Her profile picture, sitting in a cafe with a croissant. When I asked her about the money, she said, "Oh, come on, Harvey. You're being dramatic. It's not emergency surgery. He'll be fine. Kids heal fast. I really needed this trip." I couldn't believe it. She said she'd pay me back eventually. Like my son's chance to walk was something that could wait until she felt ready. I've documented everything, the transfers, the texts, the timestamps. I'm not letting this go. Kelly thinks being family means she can take whatever she wants without consequences. She's about to learn that's not true. Violet's helping me figure out next steps. The bank is investigating, but they said it could be complicated since Kelly used my internet and devices. She made it look like I made the transfers. The surgery was scheduled for next month. Now I have to call and cancel. Just thinking about telling Koa makes me sick. He's been counting down the days, talking about playing soccer again. I'm not asking for advice on whether to press charges. I've already made that decision. I'm going to the police tomorrow. What I don't know is how to tell my son his surgery isn't happening. Not now, not yet. How do I explain that someone he loves chose a vacation over his health? Kelly keeps posting like nothing's wrong. Shopping, fancy dinners, sightseeing. Every story tags her location. Each one is another receipt for what she stole. The worst part? She even posted a photo at a charity box in Notre Dame with the caption, "Feeling blessed, giving back." I muted her, but Violet keeps sending screenshots. She says it's evidence, and she's right. Every post is a confession. Some relatives are trying to calm things down. She's going through a rough patch, they say. She'll pay it back. Like that makes it okay. Like my son's future is just collateral damage. I'm not backing down. Not this time. Koa deserves better than eventually. Update. Kelly just posted again. A glass of wine at a rooftop bar. Caption. Living my best life. Sorry, not sorry. That's fine. Keep posting, Kelly. Keep showing the world who you really are. I'll be at the police station tomorrow. Update. Thank you to everyone who supported me after my last post. A lot has happened in a week. Filing the police report felt like the big step, but it turns out it was only the beginning. The police took my report and all the documents, but they're calling it a civil case. Because Kelly had access to my Wi-Fi and laptop, I'll likely have to go through small claims court. Not what I wanted, but at least it's on record now. Meanwhile, Kelly's trip continues like some twisted vacation vlog. Yesterday, she showed off her shopping spree. 3 designer bags, shoes, and what she called her Paris wardrobe upgrade. The total she bragged about would cover Koa's surgery and therapy. She tagged all the stores. Caption, living my dreams. Violet did some digging. Kelly's been telling different stories to everyone. To our aunts, she said I gave her money for a fresh start. To our cousins, she said it was a loan. To her parents, that I was just being generous. Every version makes me look like the villain for wanting my money back. Kelly's parents called last night. They offered to give me $2,000, paid over 6 months, to keep the peace. I told them I'd rather see them in court. They went silent. Ko's been asking questions. He noticed the calendar was gone, the one where we counted down to surgery. I tried to say we just have to wait longer. He looked at me with those big eyes and asked, "Is it because Cousin Kelly needed the money more than me?" He's 7, and already learning how cruel family can be. Kelly texted this morning. "Look, I get you're mad, but you're making this bigger than it needs to be. I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing. Besides, what's the rush? It's not like Ko's dying." As if being resilient makes it okay, Violet's been incredible. She's tracking every single post, every receipt, every tag. She's building a case with every screenshot. The family is split. Some think I should just be understanding. Others are horrified but staying out of it. Only Violet's standing. With me out loud, and then she stormed out. That video ended up making its way through the family group chat. No one defended her this time, not even the relatives who used to say she's just going through something. It was impossible to excuse what she did, especially seeing her scream about being the victim while holding the very bags she claimed were necessary for networking. The silence afterward from everyone was louder than anything she had said. Kelly hasn't posted since. Her once busy social media, full of filters and captions about growth and gratitude, has gone dark. Meanwhile, Koa's new surgery date is confirmed. It's in 6 weeks. The hospital said if the rest of the payment comes through in time, we can keep the spot. Violet and I are still tracking repayments, and Kelly's parents are doing everything they can to keep it going. We've even received a few anonymous donations after some of the story got shared online. I never wanted it to go public, but I can't lie. It's been encouraging to see that strangers care more than some of our own family did at first. Koa doesn't know all the details, and I'm glad. He just knows that things are back on track. He's smiling more, talking about soccer again, and this morning he asked if he could start practicing walking without his brace. Just to be ready. I almost cried. There's still the court date, but if her parents keep up the payments, and Kelly agrees to a full settlement, my lawyer says we can avoid dragging it out. I'm fine with that. I don't need a courtroom victory. I just want my son to walk, run, play. I want his life back on the path it was before someone he trusted threw it off track. What I've learned is this. Sometimes the hardest part isn't the betrayal. It's the silence afterward, the people who look away, the ones who want you to forgive because it's easier for them if you do. But when you fight back, when you stand your ground, even alone, you learn who really has your back. Kelly once said I was being dramatic, that kids heal fast, that it wasn't like he was dying. but she missed the point entirely. It wasn't just about surgery, it was about stealing his chance at a normal life. Well, he's getting that chance again. And nothing she posts, deletes, or cries about will change that. Koei deserves this. And we're almost there, with your new favorite child. Those were Kelly's words. But her mom didn't flinch. Her response was calm and clear. No, we chose what's right over what's wrong. We failed you by never teaching you the difference. That broke something in Kelly. She started throwing things, grabbed her mom's phone and tried to delete the video, but it was already backed up. Then, in a final outburst, she picked up a vase, a family heirloom from our great-grandmother, and smashed it against the wall. The neighbors called the police after hearing the screaming. When the officers arrived, Kelly tried to claim her parents were abusing her by selling her belongings. But the same officers had responded to my house before. They weren't buying it. Her parents didn't press charges, but in Kelly's eyes, what they did was worse. They cut her off completely. No more paid phone bill, no more emergency credit card, no more room in their house. They told her they'd pay for therapy, but only if she truly committed to getting help. Kelly's response? She went nuclear on social media, started posting wild accusations about everyone in the family. Said Violet shoplifted, that I gambled away Koei's surgery money, that her parents were abusive. None of it was true, and no one believed her. Her followers had seen the Paris trip, heard her brag about using stolen money, and watched the meltdown unfold for months. The comments were brutal. Wasn't this the girl who stole a kid's surgery money? Still playing the victim. She tried deleting comments, but they kept flooding in. Then she posted a teary video claiming she was being cyberbullied and needed to take a break. 10 minutes later, she was back, on her backup account, asking if anyone had a place she could stay. Nobody replied. Here's the real twist. Remember that financial coordinator job she lost? The company reposted the position, and Violet got it. She started last week. When Kelly found out, she showed up at the office and caused such a scene that security had to escort her out. Now she has a formal trespassing warning. Last night, the whole family had dinner, without Kelly. Her parents brought the final check. We officially had the full amount needed for Koei's surgery. As we were eating, Kelly started spam calling everyone, cycling between rage and begging. Nobody answered. Her last message to me said, "I hope you're happy. You turned everyone against me. I'll never forgive you." I didn't respond. I was helping Koei pack for the hospital. His surgery is tomorrow morning. Before Kelly's parents left, her mom pulled me aside. She was crying, not out of frustration, but relief. "Thank you," she said, "for having the courage to stand. Up to her. We should have done it years ago." This morning, something unexpected happened. A package showed up at my door. Inside was an envelope with $2,000 in cash and a handwritten note. "Dear Harvey and Koei, this is all the money I have left. I sold my laptop and some other things. I'm sorry it's not more. I'm sorry for everything. I know sorry isn't enough, but it's all I have right now. Kelly." I added the money to Koei's recovery fund. He'll need physical therapy after the surgery, and every bit helps. As for Kelly, the last I heard, she's staying at a hostel, applying for jobs under a different name, and finally starting therapy. Her parents are standing firm. They'll support treatment, but nothing else unless she truly changes. Koei's surgery is in 12 hours. He's nervous, but hopeful. This morning he said, "Dad, when I can run, I'm going to run so fast that all the bad stuff can't catch us." Run fast, kid. You've earned it. This will be my last update. Thank you all for following this journey. Standing up to family can be the hardest thing, but sometimes it's the most necessary.